Hi, Tayana. Thank you so much for doing this with us. Sorry, Dr. Cintron couldn't be here, but I'm going to ask you a couple questions of like what, you do really like, what is your purpose, right, in juicing? And I just want to start with how did you like find this passion? Like, tell me about you.
So it wasn't really on purpose. I was always into health. I actually came from a world of fitness my whole life, athlete. I went into fitness training and nutritional counseling, and I had off and on dabbled with juicing, but like it was just a lot of work, and I could never stay consistent with it. So even though I was so into health and eating the right thing and working out, I had always had this terrible cystic acne my entire life, like cysts on my face, very
Yeah.
painful. My energy was always low, always looking to take a nap. It just didn't really feel good. Had a lot of anxiety, a lot of issues. So one of my good friends, he's actually from India, and he was staying with us in the nicest way possible. He's like, "What are you doing with your face?" Like, what can you do to help that? And I was
Yeah.
like, "Well, I've tried prescriptions, I've tried this, that." And he's like, "It's very simple. I'll take you to the Indian store. There's some different herbs and stuff. Like you start juicing turmeric, beets, bitter melon." He's like, "I guarantee you that all of these issues will go away." And I was like, "Sure." I had nothing to lose. So we went to the store, got the ingredients, and we started juicing. And literally within 2 weeks, I had felt better than, I mean, the last time I could remember, and my acne was clearing up. So, I mean, I was so blown away that I stayed religious with it every day. I started researching how can I make this better with my partner. She also had some serious health issues, was actually looking to get back surgery at the time.
Mhm.
And she started drinking the juice with me. And turmeric is such a powerful anti-inflammatory. She actually didn't end up having to get surgery. So we were just so blown away with how life-changing it was for us and how much better we felt that we started researching how can we make this better. We found the cold press process,
Yeah.
which makes it a lot stronger, about 3 to 5 times higher in its nutrient levels. And then, yeah, we just started sharing it with friends and family. And next thing you know, it was just like kind of caught like wildfire. And we turned it into a delivery business so that people can have it,
Wow.
pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was quite the process, but yeah, it's been awesome.
So that's amazing. I wanted to ask you, like, do you have like specific clientele that come to you because they are suffering from, different types of like, medical histories? Like, have you experienced that or no?
Yeah, and it's very interesting. There's a lot of similarities across the board of what people are experiencing. It seems like a lot of it stems from poor gut health. If Because if that's not in line, your energy is going to suffer. You're going to get sick. Your immune system's going to be low. You're going to have inflammation. So I was shocked to find out how many people seem to have gut issues like bloating, constipation, and they don't even realize how much of an issue it is.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the major thing. A lot of people have inflammation, those types of things.
And do they share with you like their results? Like for example, like how long would it take them, to kind of like start to feel a little healthier and all that?
So it varies. It seems to be 50-50. I'd say about 50% of the people within the first week, within the first 3, 4 days, they're already noticing a difference in their energy, their
Wow.
digestion. And it's always amazing to hear that, like, I don't know if this is in my head, but I'm feeling amazing.
Yeah.
And we always do follow up and ask how everyone's doing, see if we try to consult on, how they can navigate the different herbs and stuff. And then I'd say the other 50%, it takes at least 2 to 3 weeks, because what ends up happening, especially if you're not on a healthy type of diet already, your body's going to be pushing out toxins and
Yeah.
chemicals. So some people feel the opposite at first, kind of like sluggish, but anything in between, really. Each person is so different how they go through the detoxing process.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine, depending on their immune system and everything and what they're going through. Another question I had is after, COVID kind of broke out and things started to get like, quote unquote back to normal, like people can actually go out now and, they feel better to do so. Like, do you feel like people are coming to you more now? Like maybe do they want to like have a shift in their nutrition and kind of seek, healthier alternatives like, natural juices? Like, do you have more clientele because of it, or do you think it's like the same?
I think it's definitely I've definitely seen an increase in people that are just naturally,
Yeah.
they want their health to be, as good as possible. Whereas before it was almost like some people were into their health and some weren't, and that's just the way it was. And now it's the front of everybody's mind, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can definitely like see an increase of people like just at least doing their research and like wanting to be more like aware of what they're putting into their bodies. I can see that for sure from like any
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody's, trying to keep their immune system high. So yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of that.
Yeah. So tell me, what's your best seller? What is everyone?
Bestseller is definitely hands down our turmeric ginger elixir. It's a 4 ouncer. It's half, like more than half of it is straight turmeric ginger. And then there's a little bit of orange juice in there. And it's like the cure all, everything from inflammation, energy,
Wow.
focus, metabolism. It works to help clean the plaque out of your arteries in your
Wow.
heart and in your brain. So there's all kinds of studies out there about. Initially, one of them was, why does India have so much lower levels of dementia than in the US?
Yeah.
And they really started trying to like compare our diets and all that. And they literally traced it back to their daily use of turmeric because they used actual fresh turmeric, which is amazing. So it's really just amazing. It hits pretty much every category.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've heard that like just like using the root of the turmeric and like the powder, like in anything you can, either juices or like, soups or your foods, like what you season with. I've heard it does wonders for you.
Yeah, yeah. And as long as you're not taking it in like an extract pill form, you really can't like overdose on it. So like
Yeah.
anytime you can add it into your food, it's awesome.
And I also wanted to ask you, so why juicing? Like, what do you think, is it just because it's time consuming? Like, how do you get to know the blends of like what to put in your juices? Like, how do you just like naturally, like, how is it so good? You know what I mean? Like me at home, I wouldn't know what to put in my juice. Like, I would just be like throwing everything in there, but you have like a natural and nice, like it flows. It tastes so good.
There was a lot of trial and error. It
Yeah.
all started with actually like a scientific process. We wanted to find different herbs for different ailments that worked on different parts of the body. So typically most herbs don't taste good, like horrible. Like,
Yeah.
so it was like, so yeah, it was like this careful balance of, a lot of them will put like a little bit of fruit, not too much because we don't want the sugar levels to be too high. We
Yeah.
don't add any sugar, but there's, natural sugar in fruit. So the process was basically, how much of the herb do we need for somebody to feel a difference? We would start with that. And then what's the littlest amount of fruit that we can add in there to make it like palatable? And then usually, green apple is great. It has a low glycemic rate or level. Green apple we use. Lemon is huge. You can use lemon to make a
Yeah.
lot of things taste better. So I'd say lemon and green apple are the two easiest things to add in. Sometimes a little pineapple is good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
it was a
amazing.
process.
Yeah. Because like I said, I would not know what to put in my juice.
No, it's tough. Like, when we were first experimenting, everything tasted terrible. Like it was horrible.
Oh, wow. And also the process of juicing, because like Dr. Cintron juices all the time. Like you can't imagine like every single day she'll be juicing. Now that she found you, like she'll order from you. But before, like she has this like huge juicer. And it's just like the process of like cleaning it up and everything that comes out of it and then cleaning the whole machine. It's just like very time consuming. And also it's just like, okay, like what do I put in here? So I think that she fell in love with like all of your juices and I love it.
So happy to hear that. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy she found it because I understand how much work it is. And I always tell
Yeah.
people, if your time means anything, like it's worth it to find a good company that can get something fresh to you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it is fresh. You guys make these juices every single day, right? Like what's your schedule like? Like your produce schedule? Like you juice every single day, you prep, and like how long is it good for? Like what's that like?
So with the type of cold press machine that we use, we do actually get like a full 7 days, some of them even more, but a 7 day shelf life.
Okay.
Whereas if you use like a regular, they call it a centrifugal traditional juicer, like the loud one that like
Yeah.
it separates the pulp and the juice.
Yeah.
That you need to drink like right away. And the reason is because the nutrients actually get damaged in that process. Whereas with the cold press, ours is this huge, like 400-pound machine, and it's really 2 plates, and we use pressure to push on the vegetables. So the juice is actually still considered to be live, which is why it's so healing. Yeah, so you're getting like the live enzymes, and it's the most like it's the best way you can juice. So with the type of machine that we also use lemon as like a natural preservative for the citric acid. So yeah, so we get a 7-day shelf life. We juice basically Monday through Friday, and we split up South Florida into different sections
Okay.
and just deliver to each section one time a week.
That's amazing. And then there's no shop right now, or do you have a shop?
We have like we basically converted a warehouse into a kitchen, like a large kitchen.
Okay.
And we just produce everything there and send everything out. So we don't have like a storefront because we're that delivery model.
Okay.
But yeah.
But that's amazing. It's even better. I mean, it's so much more convenient. No one has to go out of the house and, have to go look for you guys, but that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's what we were going for. Like, we want to help heal people. And I don't believe you can really effectively heal anything if you're doing it like once a week or like here and there when you can get to the store. So yeah, the whole idea was like quality and convenient.
Yeah. And so how long is What's Juicin, been alive? Like, what's your start?
Yeah. Actually, we're going on our 6th year, which is crazy.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow. And where are you guys located mainly, like in just South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale, or is it Miami? Like, where's your location territory?
Yeah, our warehouse is in Fort Lauderdale, technically Oakland Park, but we deliver all the way Miami Beach up to West Palm.
Wow, that's amazing. So how can our patients reach you and like our audience? We have a lot of young people too now on our social media platforms. Like, we're starting to get a lot of engagement. A lot of people want to get healthy. And we've seen a lot of, sick young people, and they're always looking for ways to just, better their health. And this is a great, a great method. So we want to know, how do we reach you? Like, how do our patients find you? Where are you on Instagram and all of that?
Yeah, so our website is whatsjuicin.com without the G at the end. So it's what's WHATSJUICIN.com. That's where you can see all our menu and all the different benefits of the different things we do. And if anybody is interested in placing an order, I recommend just to call us directly, because either myself or one of our trained staff would actually do a quick consultation if the person wanted that. And that's just to help like explain which herbs are for which thing and kind of understand what you're looking for.
Awesome.
Yeah, because it can be, I understand it can be overwhelming if you've never had any of these herbs. Like, what do I get?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so our number for that is 954-774-1008, which is also on our website. Our Instagram is under What's Juicin. And yeah, we actually do have a referral program. And now that Dr. Cintron is actually one of our clients, it's actually an extended offer to her clientele that anybody who would like a complimentary sample pack, we can actually send that out to you. And we just gear it towards whatever health benefits you're looking for. And yeah, if you like it, great. I'm sure you will.
Amazing. Thank you so much for that. That's very sweet of you. So tell me a little bit about the pulp. Like, is it good to eat the pulp? Like, we know it has fiber. So what about that?
An awesome question. Because that's something that a lot of people have this idea that I have to make smoothies in a blender because I have to get that pulp or whatever. So I do get that question a lot. So there's 3 different types of juicing. I'll give you like the quick summary of it. You can use a blender, you can use a centrifugal juicer, which is like a traditional juicer at most juice shops, or you can use a cold press. So with the blender, you actually, from a nutrient standpoint, you actually damage a lot of the nutrients because you're juicing by way of friction, and that damages the molecules. So you lose a lot of the nutrition, but you keep all the fiber. So I always tell people, cold pressed juice is literally, we remove any pulp on purpose. We even put it through a strainer. The reason is the purpose of cold press is for immediate absorption of the nutrients. So if there's fiber in there, it slows down that absorption and it actually starts to oxidize with the fiber. So with cold press, it's more about like healing and detoxing and like high nutrition. So I always tell people, I still have almost a smoothie every single day. I'll put my chia seeds, flax seeds, all that to get my fiber, but that's a separate purpose from cold pressed juice. Like, they're 2 separate things. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And how about the fasting and protocols for like detoxing your liver and metals from your body? Like, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, we usually recommend one of 2 different ways. One method is you could do a standard cleanse, which is where you're just juicing throughout the day. You're not eating, just drinking lots of water and juicing. And that could be anywhere from usually 1 to 7 days, depending on how advanced the person is with it. Yeah. And then the other method is kind of what we call like an intermittent juice cleanse.
Okay.
And that's where you're pretty much one version of it is you would be just juicing all morning long until say like 1 p.m. And you're not eating anything, just juicing. And then you would just have like some healthy, non-processed food for like a healthy lunch and dinner. And you would do that for anywhere from a week to 4 weeks. And that's to really give your system a break, a half a day at a time, and just clean out and kind of get the inflammation down and all that good stuff.
Interesting. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. And I like that when you call and like they order, like we can, they can ask questions and your person's gonna just guide them into like what is best for them, kind of like a personalized juice cleanse.
Absolutely. It's very important for us. Anybody who answers the phone knows how to guide anybody. A lot of times I'll be the one answering the phone because I'm so passionate about making sure everybody's getting the right juice.
That's awesome. Okay. So it's very customer service. Oh, I love it. Yeah. That's amazing.
Totally customer service based. We want people to get better, so they need help a lot of times.
Well, thank you so much. I love that. Yeah. So anything that you would like to know, or I mean, you know where to find us on Instagram too. You're going to see a lot of, people ordering now.
No, that's great. And yeah, anybody who wants to ask any questions, definitely reach out for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this again.
Thank you so much for your time. This is awesome. I really
Alrighty.
appreciate it.
You're going to see us upload this video very soon.
Okay, that sounds great. I look forward to seeing it.
All right. Thank you so much, Tayana. Have a great day. Okay.
All right, you as well. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
If you have any questions or suggestions for further future topics, please leave a comment below. Thank you.